Okay, this is just a quick video on how to get started with Minecraft Pocket Edition in your math class. So, you've got Minecraft downloaded on your iPad. You're going to tap on the app and you're going to see this screen here. Just going over the screen quickly, there's an option to sign in, which is not necessary at all. You have settings. If you hit settings, there's some different options in here. Touchscreen is most commonly used. There are options for a keyboard and mouse or a controller. If you did have that, you could set those up. You can go into global resources. There are different packs. Some of the students will have these if you have them bring in their own devices, but in the classroom we don't add any of these. And also, if you go to the store, you can see there's a ton of different texture packs and options that are available. Again, we don't use any of these. Realms are interesting because this is like an online space where different students can work in the same shared world. This is an interesting option, but it does cost money. It is not free. I'll just show you. Currently, right now, that's the price for up to 10 people at once. And so we'll exit out of there. And achievements, we don't have anything to do with achievements. That would be for students when they're playing on their own and they're in survival and doing different things. Hitting the play button, we're going to create a new world. And your options are a new realm, and we don't have realms currently, so we're going to stick with new world. That's what I use in my classroom. And then we're going to click generate random. The world name, you want to change this to the names of the people that are going to be working in this world. So if two students in my class, let's say one is Bob. I guess I should ask Bob to put a capital on his name. And the other one is Sue. So these two students will put their names in there, and that can be the name of the world. And then we want to switch from survival to creative. It says we won't be able to get achievements, but again, in the classroom, we're not worried about that. Difficulty, I usually set to easy or peaceful. Cheats can be on, always day. And then the world type, you want flat from math so that you have space to put the blocks and share what you're doing. After that's done, you can hit the play button. Okay, and we're in. And down at the bottom, you'll see your inventory, and you have different options here. You can hit the 3 dots, and there's a whole bunch of options available. So if we want more colorful blocks to show our work in math, we can hit these blocks and get some different colorful blocks going. This gives us more options to show different things when we're working. Okay, and if I scroll here, there's more options down below. You can get some. The neat thing about it is all of these are, well, most of these are based on actual materials in the real world. And we're just scratching the surface, if you will. I'm really only in one type of block. So if I switch over here, you'll see there's a whole bunch of different options. One of the big ones is signs. Students will use a sign to write materials, to write what they're doing. There's a painting they can put in when they're building a house. You could use paintings on a wall for math if you wanted to. Another option that's good is a glass block because it can show a space between numbers or quantity. When you move over here, there's different options for the students as well. You can put rails in for doing tessellations. That works really well. And here, these are for spawning or creating things. There's arrows, there's different types of food. I generally stay away from this. Some of the students will use it in class sometimes when they themselves are showing their own work. Okay, so if I just put a block, what I need to do is touch one of the sides of that block to put another block in. In this way, I can build something. Moving with the arrow keys is fairly simple. If I double tap on the right side, I can start to fly, which means I can move up higher to see what I've built. So right away, if the students just touch it, they can see how many blocks are there. So they can see there are 6, and so we have 6 blocks on the bottom, 2 rows of 3. If you want to make this easier to see, I would suggest using glass blocks because you can clearly see the glass blocks. Oops, sorry. I am not an expert Minecrafter. You could also build the blocks going straight up. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. And one of the things you could ask students to do is say, how many different ways can you show 6? So we've got 2 rows of 3. We've got 1 row of 6. And what else could they do?